Be me, 25, regular guy with a black belt in awkward situations. X still pops up like a bad Windows update. My sister, bro, you need a fake girlfriend? Me. Why? Because your ex treats you like an unpaid internship. Enter Mara, 28, ex-military, built like she could choke out a bear but make it look elegant. Short hair, calm stare, confidence that makes people sit up straighter, sister smirking like an evil genius. She's perfect, she says. Mara just crosses her arms, looks at me like she's assessing a new recruit. Plan. Fake date for my friend's house party. Goal, make the ex give up her comeback tour. What could possibly go wrong? Party night, crowded house, loud music, people already tipsy. Ex is there, obviously, pretending she doesn't see me. Yeah, sure. Mara walks in like she's entering a battlefield. Black shirt, jeans, zero hesitation. She grabs my hand, leans in, whispers, "Play along, soldier." Brain, error 404. She leads me through the crowd like we own the place. X spots us. Mara smirks, puts her hand on my chest, and before I can process, she kisses me. Not a peck, a real confident crowd-cheering kiss. People whistle. Someone yells, "Finally!" X looks like she just watched her house burn down. Mara whispers in my ear, "Mission accomplished." Rest of the night she plays the part scarily well. Arm around my waist, soft touches, inside jokes we didn't actually make. I know it's fake, but my heartbeat didn't get that memo. Outside later. Me, "You practice that?" Her, "They train us to be convincing." Me, "You're dangerous." Her, "Efficient." End of night. Ex furious, friends impressed, sister looking way too proud of herself. Mara claps my shoulder like a comrade. "Not bad, soldier. Not bad at all." And I realize, this fake mission just turned into a real problem. New day. Wake up with 87 unread messages, half from friends who saw the kiss, other half from my ex saying, "Wow, that was fast." Block, mentally. At work all day, can't stop replaying that kiss. It wasn't supposed to feel like that. It was supposed to be pretend girlfriend. Instead, it felt like a trailer for a movie I actually want to watch. Evening. Sister calls. "She's coming over." Me, "Who?" "Your fake girlfriend, duh. We need to plan phase 2. I didn't even know there was a phase 1. Mara shows up wearing a simple t-shirt and jeans. Looks unfairly good for someone not trying. Sister acts like mission control. "We need to sell this. Instagram. Couple energy, couple presence." Mara smirks. "Roger that." She sits next to me on the couch, too close. My brain short circuits when her thigh touches mine. Sister starts taking photos like some cursed influencer manager. Mara leans her head on my shoulder, whispering, "You're turning red, soldier." Me, "Shut up." Her laugh hits me straight in the chest like a bullet with glitter on it. After sister leaves us alone, we just sit in silence. Not awkward silence. Heavy, warm, electric silence. Mara, "You're actually not that bad at this." Me, "Thanks, I think." She tilts her head, studying me like she's trying to read classified files. I try not to melt into the couch. Next day, we accidentally bump into my ex at a coffee shop. Mara instantly slides her hand into mine like it's the easiest thing in the world. Ex, fake smile, eyes screaming murder. Mara, calm smile, squeezing my hand just enough to make me dizzy. Ex, "So, how long have you two been together?" Mara doesn't even blink. "Long enough." As we leave the cafe, I try to breathe normally again. Me, "You're enjoying this way too much." Her, "Maybe I just like winning." But walking next to her, hand in hand, smelling her shampoo, feeling her warmth. I kinda wish it wasn't fake. Days keep passing. What started as a dumb plan to make my ex jealous now feels dangerously nice. Texts with Mara go from mission updates to random memes, midnight conversations, dumb jokes. We don't talk about the kiss, but somehow it's always in the air, floating there like a live grenade with a pink bow on it. Friday night. She shows up at my place unannounced. I got tired of my walls. "Yours are better." "Yeah, sure." "Okay, brain don't explode." We order pizza. She steals the last slice. "Soldiers eat first," she says with a straight face. Me, "I paid for it." Her, "Then it's a fair victory." We end up on the couch watching a stupid action movie. Halfway through, she leans against me. Like, it's the most natural thing in the world. My heart's doing jumping jacks. She keeps making sarcastic comments at every dramatic scene. Wow, look at Mr. Explosions over here. I'm laughing so hard I forget to be nervous. Somewhere between bad explosions and soda spills. Our hands just stay together. Next morning, I meet my best friend at a cafe. Him, dude, you're glowing. Me, I'm not glowing. Him, bro, you are, like a guy who just fell for his fake girlfriend. Me, shut up. Him, face palm. He starts teasing me about Mara. She's out of your league. She could probably crush your spine, which honestly makes her hotter. Back home, Mara's sprawled on my couch like she owns the place, wearing my t-shirt. Yes, my t-shirt. Me, you're stealing my clothes now. Her, you weren't using it. We lock eyes for a second too long. The air gets different. This is no longer just a game. She tilts her head. Soft smile, no smirk this time. Careful, soldier. We might actually start looking real. Too late. We already do. Friday night again. Friend drags Mara and me to a party. I swear the guy's goal in life is to create chaos. Music too loud, people too drunk, air smells like bad decisions. Mara's usually cool, calm, deadly. Tonight, 15 shots of whiskey in, and she's laughing. Not the usual low chuckle, actual loud laugh that hits me right in the chest. She leans on my shoulder. You know what's funny? Me, you being drunk. Her, no. You, danger level, rising. We're outside on the porch now. She's talking too fast, smiling too much. You're too hot to just be my fake boyfriend. Brain has left the chat. Me, her. If we were dating for real, oh no, here it comes. She leans in closer. Her voice drops to a whisper. You'd have to kiss me at least once a day. Minimum. And maybe, pause for dramatic drunken effect. Maybe I'd make you spank my ass too. Me, existence error. Half of me wants to laugh. The other half is currently rebooting. She pokes my chest with her finger. Don't look at me like that. You started it with your stupid jawline. She tries to stand up, fails and nearly face plants into my chest. I catch her. She smells like alcohol and trouble. I'm fine, she mumbles, cheeks red, then quieter. I like this. 10 seconds later, she's fast asleep on my couch, curled up, looking too soft for someone who could probably choke out a grown man. Meanwhile, me, wide awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, replaying everything she said, every word, every look, every if we were dating. Brain. It's just the alcohol, don't overthink. Heart. You're already done for. I have no idea what happens next, but I know nothing will be the same. Wake up after the longest sleepless night of my life. Brain still looping her drunk words like a cursed TikTok. You'd have to kiss me at least once a day. Spank my ass too. How am I supposed to function like a normal human now? She walks into the kitchen the next morning. Hair slightly messy, oversized t-shirt, holding a mug. Looks like nothing happened. Me internally. Everything happened. She blinks at me. Why do you look like you saw a ghost? Me. No reason. Lie initiated. She has no memory of what she said, or she's faking it way too well. Either way, my soul is not ready. A week passes. Things are weird. The air between us feels heavier. Every brush of her hand sets off internal alarms. Every smile feels like a loaded gun. Friday again. She shows up with snacks and says, movie marathon, no excuses, like it's nothing. But I already know I'm screwed. Halfway through the second movie, we're on the couch, under the same blanket. She's close enough that I can feel her breathing against my neck. She looks up at me, smiling like she knows exactly what she's doing. Me. What? Her. You're staring. Me. I'm not. Her. You are. Pause. Cute. My heart forgets how to beat. This isn't fake anymore, not for me. She leans her head on my shoulder. Our fingers brush under the blanket. She doesn't pull away. Neither do I. One movie later. We're not even watching anymore. Her hand rests on my chest. My arm wraps around her waist without even thinking. She tilts her head up. Soft whisper. Still pretending? Me. No. She kisses me. Slow at first, Then, like she's been wanting to do this for a long time. The marathon turns into something entirely different after that. At first, I tried to take the lead, but this was a game of endurance. Eventually, I started giving in and felt like a phenomenon. Yeah, exactly like that. By morning, her pace finally slowed down, but I'd already passed out. Promise this won't happen again. Probably. Evening. I wake up to the sound of her humming. In my shirt, making my coffee. She glances at me with the tiniest smirk. Well, that escalated quickly, and that's when it hits me. We've passed the point of no return. A few weeks later, phone buzzes while I'm half asleep. Mara. We need to talk. The most terrifying 5 words in the English language. Meet her at a park bench. She looks calm, collected, like she's about to brief a squad for war. I'm pregnant. Brain goes static. Wait, like, pregnant? She raises an eyebrow. No, metaphorically. I almost fall off the bench. She doesn't even flinch. I already made a list of things we need. Doctor, housing, logistics. You have a list? I'm ex-military. I don't wing it. My hands are shaking like a raccoon in a hurricane. You're so calm about this. Panicking doesn't fix problems. I nod like a hostage. She looks at me seriously. If you want out, say it now. I'll handle it. That hits harder than expected, because deep down, I don't want out. I'm not running. She studies me, like she's deciding whether to trust me with the last grenade in the armory. Finally nods. Good. Then let's get to work. Next day. She sits me down at her kitchen table. There's a whiteboard behind her, columns labeled budget, medical, logistics, and contingencies. I still don't even know what day it is. First appointment scheduled, she says. We should consider living arrangements and tell your family, eventually. She says it like she's ordering takeout. You're scaring me with how calm you are. She raises an eyebrow. You should be scared if I wasn't. I try to look useful. She hands me a notebook and says, write this down. This is less like a parenting conversation and more like boot camp. Later that day, I'm pacing in my room, panic but with style. Me thinking about everything, diapers, names, telling my parents, breathing, phone buzzes, text from Mara. Don't spiral. Be here at 7 a.m. We're doing this together. 7 a.m.? She's already parenting me. Next morning, I show up half awake with coffee. She's in running shoes, hair up, already glowing with military discipline. I trip on her welcome mat like a confused raccoon. She just shakes her head, hands me a protein bar. Step 1, she says, you stop panicking. Step 2, we handle this. I look at her, steady and calm, like nothing scares her. I start to believe maybe we can actually do this. 1 week into Mara's pregnancy plan. She's got everything organized down to the vitamins. I still haven't figured out how to breathe properly. Today's mission, tell my family, also known as walk into emotional landmine field, blindfolded. Car ride over, Mara's calm, me sweating like a cartoon character in a job interview. Stop looking like you're about to confess to a crime, she says. I kinda am, I mumble. She smirks. Relax, I'm scarier than your parents anyway. We walk in, Mom sees her. Oh my God, she's gorgeous. Mara just nods like a commander accepting praise. Dad shakes her hand. Dinner starts. Everything's fine for 5 whole minutes. Then Mara drops it casually between bites of lasagna. We're having a baby. Fork clatters. Mom gasps. Dad leans forward like this is his favorite episode of a TV drama. My sister starts grinning like a little agent of chaos. Mom starts crying and hugging Mara. Welcome to the family. They're bonding over baby clothes. My dad's talking about building a crib. Me just sitting there while my entire family adopts her in real time. Mara leans toward me and whispers, "Told you." She's right. On the way home, she looks at me. See? Not so bad. They like you more than me. Can you blame them? A few weeks later, Mara decides we should test cohabitation. She says it like she's planning a military operation, not moving in with a man-child. She shows up with 2 duffel bags, a coffee machine, and a folder labeled Operation Nest. I had 1 clean plate and a gaming chair. Clearly this is an uneven alliance. First hour of living together. She reorganizes my entire kitchen. Your spice cabinet is a war crime. I didn't even know I owned spices. She cooks like it's a tactical drill. Fast, efficient, terrifyingly good. I try to help and nearly burn my sleeve off. She just sighs, hands me a cutting board. You're on lettuce duty. You can't mess that up. Spoiler, I messed that up. Later that night, we end up watching some dumb show on the couch. She sits close, feet up, completely relaxed. I, on the other hand, why are you so tense? She asks without looking away from the screen. Because you're you, I mutter. She smirks, leans in slightly. You better get used to it. I'm not going anywhere. Then comes the bathroom schedule war. I take long showers. She runs her mornings like clockwork. She bangs on the door yelling, "You've had your 3 minutes, soldier." Me, wrapped in a towel, questioning my life choices. But the weird thing, it feels good. Her toothbrush next to mine, her laugh bouncing through the apartment. Somehow, my place doesn't feel like just mine anymore. She's on the couch, asleep with a blanket over her stomach, my shirt hanging loosely on her. Been living with Mara for a month now. She's basically turned my bachelor cave into a functioning human habitat. We've got matching mugs, labeled shelves, daily sex, and a freaking meal plan. How did this happen? Friends keep calling her your wife as a joke. I keep laughing it off. Mara just rolls her eyes. But every time they say it, something weird flickers in my chest. Back home, everything's quiet. She's making tea humming softly. I catch myself staring. This woman, this terrifying, brilliant, beautiful woman, is carrying my kid. I feel lucky. Week later, life's already been intense. But tonight, it's next level. Family dinner at her mom's house, and Mara's going to tell them she's pregnant. I'm driving this time. Mara's sitting beside me, hands on her stomach like she's holding a secret grenade. You sure about this? I ask. She gives me that calm soldier look. Better to rip the bandage off. We pull up to her family's house. Place looks too normal for the kind of emotional bomb we're about to drop. Front door opens before we even knock. Her mom, ex-military, commander energy. You're late, she says. Good to see you too, Mara replies dryly. Inside, big dinner table, loud chatter. Little brother already making faces at me. Aunt with a wine glass like she's ready for drama. Grandma with the sweet smile that says, I'll judge you silently. We sit, food smells amazing, but I can't taste anything because my heart's doing parkour in my chest. Mara squeezes my knee under the table. Translation: don't freak out. Her mom starts asking me the usual questions. Job, plans, how serious we are. I stammer like I'm being interrogated by the FBI. Mara just smirks like it's free entertainment. Then comes the moment. Mara clears her throat. Everyone goes quiet. I have something to tell you, she starts. Deep breath. I'm pregnant. Half the table. Silence. Aunt drops her fork. Little brother. What? Grandma smiles like she already knew. Her mom, stone-faced commander mode. Her mom looks at me like she's scanning a battlefield. So, you're the father? Yes, ma'am. And you're staying? Yes, ma'am. 10 seconds of silence that feel like 10 years. Then, her mom exhales slowly. Well, guess I'm going to be a grandma. Smile creeps across her face like a sunrise. Everyone starts talking at once. Aunt's already planning a baby shower. Little brother still in shock. Grandma pats my hand like I survived initiation. Mara looks at me, relief in her eyes. Later that night, walking back to the car. She leans against me, whispering, That went better than I thought. Your mom almost vaporized me with her stare. Yeah, that means she accepts you. We stand there under the porch light, hands over her belly, both a little scared, but somehow, it feels right. Today was supposed to be a calm Saturday. Grocery run, maybe some couch time with Mara. Instead, my water just broke, she says calmly, like she's announcing the weather. My brain, blue screen of death. Me, now? Her, no, next week, idiot. Of course now. 15 minutes later. I'm behind the wheel driving like the floor is lava. Mara's in the passenger seat, glaring. You're not the one trying to push a human out. Stop panicking. How are you calmer than me? Military training. We burst into the hospital. Nurses swarm in. One looks at me and goes, First time dad? I nod like a malfunctioning robot. Mara's still cracking jokes between contractions. If I die, delete my browser history. You're not dying. Then at least buy me a burger after this. Hours blur into one long panic attack. Me holding her hand. her crushing mind like she's interrogating a suspect. "You're doing great," I wheeze. "Shut up and let me scream." And then, a cry. Tiny, loud, real. Nurse hands me this tiny wrinkled miracle. I laugh and cry at the same time like an idiot. Mara looks exhausted, sweaty, beautiful. "We made that?" she whispers. "Yeah, we did." Her hand finds mine, baby against her chest. One of the most beautiful sights I've ever seen. 3 months later, our baby sleeps like a tiny terrorist, unpredictable and unstoppable. Mara hasn't lost her edge, just swapped combat boots for a baby carrier. And apparently, we're getting married. Mara: "I don't want a big wedding." Her mom: "We're inviting everyone." My sister: "I already ordered the cake." Me: "Wait, what?" Ceremony day. Mara looks dangerous. White dress, sharp smile, eyes soft when they land on me. Everyone in the room collectively realizes I'm never winning another argument again. My dad whispers, "Don't mess this up." My sister is the best man, because of course she is. Our baby is sleeping like nothing's happening. Vows are simple. No drama, no flowery speeches. Just her hand in mine and a quiet, "I'm not going anywhere." Then the party hits. Our friends get drunk. My dad dances like a broken washing machine. We sneak out after midnight, just the two of us. Me, her, and the tiny bundle that made all this happen. 5 years later, be me. Official husband, official dad, unofficial snack supplier. Our daughter is 5, has Mara's eyes, my chaos. Currently drawing on the walls with a marker. Mara, your child is your problem. Me, we made her together. Mara, exactly. Our house is loud, warm, full of little shoes and laughter. Mara still looks like she could knock out a grown man. And yeah, she still makes my heart stop with one look. My sister drops by all the time, calls me whipped, then proceeds to spoil my kid more than anyone. Sometimes I think back to the day she moved in, how fast everything changed, how nothing went as planned. But here we are, married, happy, exhausted, in love. And I wouldn't trade a second of it.